Sat Shri Akal Ji.
Sattriya Kalji.
So today, let's take a moment. We're going to step away from all the noise for a bit and do a deep dive into some timeless wisdom.
Hmm. It's about something we all deal with, right? The
Yeah.
nature of change and what, if anything, is actually stable.
Exactly. And what we're looking at today are some couplets written by Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji.
That's right. And before we even get into the meaning, we should talk about the sound. The recitation by A.P. Singh from Sikh Dharamsal.
जो उपजो सो बिनस है परो आज की कान नानक हर गुण गाए ले छाड़ सगल जंजाल.
There's something about it, isn't there?
There really is. Even if you don't understand the language, the original words, they just feel so, I don't know, lively, powerful.
They do. They have a real weight to them. But the message itself, when you break it down, is, well, it's incredibly direct.
Okay, so let's get into that. What's the core message?
The central idea is this: everything created will eventually fade away today or tomorrow.
Wow. Okay, that hits hard. If you're listening to this thinking about your career, your
Yeah.
goals, that sounds a little bleak.
It can sound that way, I know, but it's only bleak if we're gripping on too tight. The teaching is basically saying that anything that's been made, an object, a reputation, even a feeling based on external events, it all has an expiry date.
So it's not just about, my phone becoming obsolete or a trend going out of style.
No, no, it's much deeper. It's about the things we build our sense of self on. This actually reminds me of a personal experience. It just made this so clear to me.
Oh yeah, please share it.
So a few years ago, I was working on this huge project. I mean, I was completely convinced it was going to be the thing that would define my career.
I think we all have one of those. The one big mountain you feel like you have to climb.
That's it, exactly. And I poured everything into it. We're talking late nights, skipping family gatherings, just constant pressure. The whole time, I had this little voice in my head saying, once this succeeds, everything will feel secure.
Right. Then I'll finally be able to relax.
Yes. And the strange thing is, it did succeed. For a while, people appreciated it. My confidence shot up. I felt like I was on top of the world, but
Mm.
the world keeps turning. Within about a year, new systems came in, new trends popped up, and what I had built was just replaced. Hardly anyone even mentioned it anymore. Something I thought would last had just quietly faded.
That must have been a really difficult feeling to see all that effort just sort of evaporate.
It was. At first, I just felt empty,
Hmm.
a little disappointed.
Yeah.
But then I started to notice something else, a contrast.
The contrast.
Yeah. I realized that the peace I felt on the days when I, say, helped someone out with no expectation of getting anything back,
Mm.
or the calm I felt after just a few quiet minutes of reflection,
Mm.
that feeling didn't fade the same way. Those moments didn't have an expiry date like my achievement did.
Wow. So it's like you had this huge realization what you were building on the outside kept changing.
It kept changing, but what I was building on the inside, that stayed steady.
That's the aha moment right there.
That's the whole lesson of the couplet. It's guiding us to focus on that interconnection and to loosen our grip on all the worldly entanglements.
Mm.
It's not saying don't have goals. It's saying don't ask temporary things to give you permanent peace.
And that really applies to everyone, doesn't it? It's not just a mid-career thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're an adolescent, that temporary noise could be your popularity at school. A few years later, it's your career achievements or your bank account. We build these external things.
But they're all built on shifting sand.
Exactly.
Right.
But the qualities you build inside, kindness, remembrance, that quiet connection, they don't work that way. They don't expire. When I finally learned to loosen my grip on that temporary noise, life just felt lighter, clearer.
It's almost like a strategy for just being happier. You enjoy the temporary things for what they are, but your foundation is somewhere else.
That's the key. You find a stability that lasts, even when everything else is moving.
That is a wonderful thought to carry with us. A shift from chasing what fades to building what lasts. Before we sign off, a quick reminder to everyone listening, if this was helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this with your family and friends so not only you, but they too can learn and grow together on this path. Sat Shri Akal Ji.